This is your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Dr. Don's Weather is made possible by the Randolph County Commission, First Light Coffee, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. From the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Southern Union State Community College, and the venue at 5 Points Farms. Here's Dr. Don.
Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. Welcome to your Monday. It is July 8th, 2024, and this is your prime time forecast. It's going to be kind of rough this morning. Lots of folks are headed back to work after a long 4th of July weekend or perhaps even vacation last week. Some of you are on vacation this week, and we're going to let you know what you can expect with the weather. Hurricane Beryl making landfall this morning. We'll tell you all about that in just a few moments. Don't forget to get in touch with Ron Young at Southern Auction Solutions. Here's the cool thing. They have an online auction. You can go to their website at southernauctionsolutions.com and take a look at what they've got going on right now. They do have an unrestricted tract of land that's up for auction. The auction will end on July the 11th at 6 p.m. It's a piece of property at the intersection of County Road 699 and County Road 268. It's actually 4 tracts of land. That's in Randolph County. And you can also give them a call at 334-885-1787. Get in touch with Ron Young with Southern Auction Solutions today. And be sure and tell him that Dr. Don sent you. Also, don't forget about Jamie Dukas. Get your ducks in a row with Dukas Alpha Insurance. Jamie will come to you, and he'll show you what he can do with your insurance. Now, if you can't do anything to save you money or increase your coverage, he's going to be honest with you. And then if your insurance situation changes, go back to him and see if he can help you out. And if he can, then that's where you need to be. Customer service is the name of the game with Jamie Dukas. Get in touch with Jamie today at 256-831-7770. So here's the deal. We are looking at another cloudy day with a good chance of showers and thunderstorms. We have Hurricane Beryl making landfall down along the north central Texas coast this morning, and even though it's not going to directly affect us, it will come close enough to keep us in the tropical moisture today and again tomorrow. It's going to be hot and muggy both today and tomorrow because of that tropical moisture. And then as the storm gets lateral with us, or maybe a little bit northwest of us, we think that there's a decent chance a dry slot of air will get worked in to Alabama, at least across South Alabama, and that'll help dry things out a bit as we head toward Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, perhaps even into the weekend. It's going to be warm. It's going to be temperatures in the 90s all the way through the remainder of the week, but as we get toward the latter half of the week, the tropical moisture pulls away, and I think the dew points will come down a bit, and you won't feel quite as muggy out there. So good news, bad news type of situation for East Alabama and West Georgia. Speaking of Beryl, here we go, making landfall as we speak this morning. Down to a tropical storm now. Didn't take much. The second it made landfall, it fell apart. Only 80-mile-per-hour winds as it made landfall. Of course, that will cause some damage. Landfall this morning was just south of Bay City, Texas, or just southwest of Houston, and now it will turn to the northeast as it continues through eastern Texas up into portions of Louisiana, Arkansas, and extreme southeast Missouri, maybe western Texas, Tennessee, as it heads for the Ohio Valley. Now, as it makes that turn back to the right, we're going to see some of those feeder bands pull back across Alabama and perhaps even Georgia and even into the Carolinas. So there's a huge question mark there. We'll have to kind of see how that evolves as we go through time. We may not see much of anything from the hurricane directly, or we could see some pretty strong thunderstorms. It just depends, and it's really hard to predict that. We're just going to have to kind of watch this one out the window and see what happens as it happens. We're going to have afternoon thunderstorms simply because we're in that deep tropical moisture atmosphere. But as to the severe part of this, yeah, that's a big question, and so we'll keep an eye on that as we go throughout today. I think storms will calm down tonight and we'll lose the heating of the day, but then we'll rinse and repeat tomorrow. Pretty much the same forecast on Tuesday as what we will have today. And then, like I said, as we get into Wednesday, that moisture continues to pull on off to the northeast. We cut that feeder band situation out from the Gulf of Mexico, and weather begins to improve as far as precipitation is concerned as we get into your Wednesday. Current conditions at the venue at 5 Points Farms and 5 Points, Alabama this morning. 74 degrees outside, feels like 76. No wind to speak of. The humidity is 97%. Barometric pressure 30.01. Dew point is 74. There were a handful of showers around yesterday, nothing official at the rain gauge at 5 Points. High temperature was 89.7. We currently have fair skies. Sunrise this morning at 5:38, and the sun sets this evening at 7:54 p.m. Going to be another hot day with scattered showers and thunderstorms by afternoon. 91 in Roanoke. We'll make it to 92 in Ashland and Lineville. 94 over in Franklin. 93 in Valley. And Lafayette tops out this afternoon at 91 degrees. 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. For today, we're looking at a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, primarily in the heat of the afternoon. There could be a little fog out there this morning. High temperature this afternoon of 91 degrees, 74 your overnight low. We'll hold on to a 60% chance of rain through about 9 or 10 p.m. this evening. Then on Tuesday, perhaps the best chance of rain this week as we start to see some feeder bands set up trying to pull moisture off the Gulf of Mexico as what's left of Beryl struggles and takes its last gasp of air. 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms on your Tuesday, primarily in the afternoon. 91 your high temperature. Then on Wednesday, a 30% chance of rain. We believe that Beryl gets far enough away from us. We cut off those feeder bands and we go back to just a slight chance of an afternoon storm. 90 will be your high Wednesday. Then on Thursday, full-blown sunshine, no chance of rain, 90 the high temperature. Friday, just a slight chance of a scattered afternoon storm at 20%. Same thing on Saturday, but the bad news, you see what happens to the temperatures. We're at 92 by Friday, 94 out there on your Saturday. Southern Union State Community College Live Doppler HD radar. You can clearly see Beryl making landfall this morning. Again, this is in about the central sections of the Texas coast, and Beryl will turn back to the northeast now and come awfully close to Houston, maybe just a shade bit west of downtown Houston as it continues that trek to the north and eventually northeast. But we see lots of heavy rainfall, showers, and thunderstorms in the Houston area. Will take you in closer, and you can see there Galveston just getting hammered this morning with very heavy rainfall. Heavy rainfall up there in the Houston. We have a flash flood warning now for the greater Houston area. We even have a tornado warning up there on the northwest side of downtown Houston at this hour. Rain continues from Galveston all the way back up to Beaumont. And that's going to be the story today across eastern Texas. That's where the severe weather threat will most likely be as we go throughout the day. And you can see that we are going to have to watch this as it continues moving up to the northeast. The storm's not very, very wide, so if it continues this trek and if it slows or becomes smaller, you can clearly see that we're just way too far away from this storm to get any of the severe stuff. But the big question is, once it makes it up here to Shreveport or maybe central Arkansas, it's going to still be trying to pull moisture off the Gulf of Mexico. You can see some showers out there in the Gulf now, just south of Apalachicola, that are trying to wrap up into the storm. That's the kind of stuff we'll have to watch for this afternoon and certainly on Tuesday. Do we get some of these big storms swirling up over Alabama and Georgia, trying to make it up to what's left of Beryl? That's the big question. Could happen, could completely not happen. So we'll watch this for you as we head across the next 24 hours or so. We'll take you in a little closer on East Alabama and West Georgia, and you can see that there's absolutely nothing taking place out there this morning. Hope that you'll take time to head over to our weather store. There's the link on the screen. If you go to the top of the page on Facebook, there's a clickable link there. And over on YouTube, at the bottom of the page, you'll find a clickable link that will carry you to the weather store. When you purchase a coffee cup, a T-shirt, or a baseball cap, you're supporting Dr. Don's Weather. Part of those proceeds come back to support us here. Also, we invite you to share us on social media, on Facebook and on YouTube. Share, like, subscribe, follow, ask your friends to follow. Do all those things every single day. That helps us out as well as picking up one of those cups or T-shirts or baseball caps over on our weather store. You'll also find a number of links on our social media where you can support us if you just simply like to make a donation. And if you own a business and would like to be a partner with us on Dr. Don's Weather, just send me a message on Messenger. I'll tell you how to do it, and we can have you started by the time we do our next weather forecast first thing tomorrow morning, right here on Dr. Don's Weather.
This has been your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia from the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Southern Union State Community College, the venue at 5 Points Farms and Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery. Dr. Don's Weather is supported by the Randolph County Commission, First Light Coffee, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. Be sure to like us on Facebook, share us with all of your friends, and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather on YouTube. We will be back tomorrow morning with another edition of your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's Weather.